Assalamu Alaikum everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So I always get excited about this video. Every month we look at the portfolio. I'll tell you exactly what I bought, what I've sold, dividends that I've received, my plan for the future in terms of the portfolio, and then everything else. And that's exactly what we're going to do today, but we're going to do it all that, okay? And I'm going to answer any question. One of the brothers who's been with us, part of the community for a very long time, have asked me a very important question. And his question was, why are you not buying ETFs that are doing better than your portfolio right now? So there are a couple of ETFs that have done better than my portfolio basically for this year. And his question was, why are you not buying them and just, sleep well at night? Forget about these individual stocks, those 3Ms and companies that are not really doing well. Why are you putting a lot more time and effort into these things? There are a couple of answers to that question. First of all, I love picking individual stocks, okay? But you also have to be realistic about what you buy in and look at these ETFs. If they're doing better than my investment, why am I not investing in these companies, in these ETFs? And that's exactly what I'm going to answer first. Now, my first part, let me just give you my overview. Just let me give you my explanation of why I have started this whole thing. So when I first started investing, I had quite a bit of money in the bank. I thought about, okay, I'm going to put all this money into a property, and then whatever's left, I will put in the stock market. I've done my research. I've read so many different books and so on. And then I came to the conclusion, I'm going to buy 1-bedroom apartment in the United Kingdom, in Leicester. And then the rest of that money is going to go into the stock market. And that's when I made that decision. And the reason I did that was because I accumulated all that money for over a long period of time, and it was sitting in the account. And inflation at the time was way lower than what it is now. But I knew if I kept it there, that money will depreciate basically every single year. So I needed to invest. Now, if you put your money into the stock market, and if you put your money into properties and so on, you get some sort of an income. And that's what I'm really interested. What I'm interested right now is the total returns, of course, as well as those dividends. That passive income is what I'm after. What I need to do is, InshaAllah, in the long run, is to be able to retire on my investments. Okay, the income from those is investments. That's what I want to do, InshaAllah. That is for the properties as well as this portfolio. So in a long, to make a long story short, I'm interested in that passive income. These ETFs do not pay dividends. They either accumulate it now, which is fine. Okay, that's actually a good thing because you're not paying for taxes and all of that stuff. Or they actually has a very, very low dividend yield. So what I'm trying to do is build my own ETFs. There will be good companies, there will be bad companies. I will rebalance it. Sometimes I will lose, sometimes I will win. But in the long run, I will have enough income to live off, InshaAllah, at some point. And I'm going to show you some examples, okay? 2 things I'm going to show you now is the performance of the portfolio since the beginning, how much dividends I've received, how much price, basically capital gains that I've made, realized gains that is. And as you can see right now, we are unrealized gains of about over 11,000 pounds, okay? Now, when I prepared this video, slightly different. So dividend yield, basically we've received 4,763 pounds so far, just on this portfolio. Realized gains was 7,734 pounds. This also extracts all the money that I've lost, including VF corporations, 3M, those companies that I've sold a while ago basically I lost about £1,000 on each of 600 one and 1,000 the other. So that's about 1,700. Let's call it £2,000. Okay. So in total, I've made £12,500. That's realized money. But I've never taken this money out. I've always reinvested, right? And then unrealized gains at the time of basically putting this together was 11,553. Right now, it's slightly lower than that because the market is open right now. Now, the compound annual growth rate for each year for the portfolio is this. And overall, the compound annual growth rate for the last 5 years is about 37%. So what I want to say to you guys is, despite the portfolio being a dividend companies, less ETFs and so on, it's actually doing fine. And if I can continue to increase this dividend, okay, I'm happy. Now, how am I going to do that? This is the plan. Right now, this is my portfolio. So it's about right now averaging about 8.6% in terms of dividend growth. If I reinvest that dividend, it's about 3%. I contribute about £20,000 every single year. I don't know how long I'm going to continue doing that, but that's exactly what I'm doing right now. And that works up about £25,700. Sorry, US dollars. Now, this is what happens. This is in a couple of years down the line, okay, we will be looking at this, okay. This is exactly where we are now. So 2.8 where we are now. In 5 years down the line, that will be 8.7, okay. That's dividend, by the way, that we're receiving, expected to receive. 2034, 10 years from now, about £19,000. 15 years down the line, £36,000 dollars. Okay, so if you're getting 36,000 US dollars every single year from your portfolio, that's absolutely amazing, right? But that means I'm going to have to contribute that much every single year. Of course, that's not doable for 20 years, but it might be. Only Allah knows what's going to happen, okay? And then you got basically in 20 years, we're looking at about £67,000 US dollars. So what I'm trying to say to you guys here is I am interested in dividend growth side of things. I want to continue investing in dividend paying companies. Of course, I will be adding more ETFs as we go along because I do own one or two ETF. One ETF is here. But ETFs is a nice, easy investment and so on. And if they start paying, so if this was right now a dividend paying ETF, this is accumulating, right? But if they basically was about 3% or so, 2% to 3% right now, I would be putting a lot more money. I promise you right now, I will be selling quite a bit of these stocks, probably put about £20,000, if not more, in that ETF. But right now, it's not there yet. So for that reason, I'm going to let it be. I'm going to continue buying individual stocks, slowly start buying ETFs, and then see where we are, inshallah. But right now, I'm happy with the performance. I'm happy with what we've done so far, inshallah. Now, the next thing I want to talk about today is all the buys and sells. We haven't actually sold a lot. We bought a few companies. So we bought a little bit of that ETF. We bought 8 shares of RB today. We bought UPS. We've bought a bit more UPS. We bought another bit of UPS. EOG. So overall, I spent about £800 this month. I wasn't planning to do that, by the way. My plan for this month was about £500 and so on, because I've realized the market has gone up quite a bit. So, and just potentially, in August to September, especially September, there's a last couple of years, if you look at September, the markets were down about, quite a bit. And that's when it gave us a really good opportunity. So I might just wait and not buy as much in August and just continue just buying here and there wherever I get a chance, okay? And one of the companies that I'm very bullish on and will be buying more of is MasterCard, inshallah. You can pause the video to have a look at individual stocks. I'm not going to go through every single company. But as you can see, every single company here is actually in the green. Here we got MasterCard, that's down about 7%. We got Medtronic, that's down about 12%. We also have RB, which is actually down today about 9%. So that's why I've now bought 100 shares and I'm going to leave it alone. 100 shares of Rio Tinto, I'm leaving it alone as well. I'm not adding to it. And then finally, we got UPS, that's down also another 23%. So these 3 companies are my main concern right now. But guess what? They actually pay the most dividends out of all of the other companies that I have, because I do own quite a bit of these companies. So I'm going to leave them alone. Okay, this one is actually fine. Rio Tinto goes up and down. It's very cyclical business. It depends on iron ore and so on. Whereas this one is going through a transition. So I'm going to hold on to it for a long time, inshallah. I'm not worried about it. And same goes for UPS. They will bounce back, inshallah, at some point. So yeah, if you're interested in any of the companies, just pause the video, have a look at it. Even Hershey is now in the green at some point. J&J is actually bounced back as well, which is quite nice to see. So now let's talk about dividends that I've received. Okay, so for the month of July, these are the companies that paid me. I think we included this one in the last video, but I'm going to include it here as well. So overall, I only received £67, okay, for this month. As you can see, for the last few months, basically the last couple of years, it's always been one of the lowest years that we've actually in terms of dividend side of things. So next month, okay, it's not actually a lot as well. Let me quickly show you what's happening in the next month. Okay, so it's not a lot as well, but it's slightly better. Okay, so $191 basically I'm expecting. Again, that could easily change, but look at this. September over 500. Of course, you have to pay that 15% tax on all that stuff, but I'm expecting a lot from in that month. Now overall, so this is where we are now. So in the month of July, this is my rental income from my one single property, and that's how much I received in terms of dividend. Add the two together, £551 total in terms of passive income. So alhamdulillah, if I can make this at some point in the next 5, 10, 15 years, if I can get £3,000, £2,000, whatever it is, that can cover my living expenses, that's all I'm interested. Okay, and I'm going to continue sharing my journey with you guys. If you're interested, this, of course, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it with your family and friends. All I'm doing here is sharing my journey with you guys. I'm not giving you any financial advice or anything like that. I'm showing you exactly what I'm doing, where I'm putting my money in, where I'm losing my money. And of course, inshallah, if more brothers and sisters can see this, hopefully it will help them as well. So by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, it's helping helping people to reach out more people basically out there. So if you want to help brothers and sisters out there, please make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course if you can join us the Patreon account, that will be absolutely wonderful. That helps the channel because we do have actually quite a bit of subscription based software that we use, like Morningstar, we use Seeking Alpha and so on. So I have to pay that out of my own pocket, so it would be really wonderful if we can cover that. That will be really helpful. Anyway, that is all I wanted to share with you guys. So we have made no sales this month. You've seen some of the buys that we made, spent about £800 overall, and yeah, generally everything is okay. I'm not selling any of these stocks. I'm not trimming any of these stocks anytime soon. But yeah, I'm going to continue dollar cost averaging. Like I said, MasterCard will be my main target. I want to push this to at least 15 shares or so in the next couple of months. So yeah, I'm going to buy more of that company, and the rest I'll see what happens. Inshallah, I will keep you updated as always. Have a wonderful day. Assalamu Alaikum.